Shalom and peace unto the whole house of Yahusha and unto the strangers and foreigners who sojourn with us. I just wanted to come real quick and speak on the holiday, Thanksgiving, that takes place my time, November 24th. And let us discern about this yearly ritual, this pagan celebration that is founded upon lies, genocide, and murder. Let us think on these things, why we do this, why we do the things that Yahuah hates. The scripture that comes to mind is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. For my people, as Yahuah states, are destroyed, perish, for lack of knowledge. You see, the first Thanksgiving was reported to have took place November in the year 1621. But what many of us fail to realize is that we are actually celebrating death. We are actually celebrating the massacre of a people. Yet some of us would claim that we can start new traditions based on that death, based on all of the blood that was shed of millions of people who look like myself. Amen. So as Hosea says that my people, as Yahuah states, are perished or destroyed due to lack of knowledge, we have got to ask ourselves, where is the wisdom that we should be, or that should be permeating, that should be as the blood flow within us, flowing through us, that we do not the things or learn the ways of the heathens, for the ways of the heathens are vain. Amen. Even in my youth, I used to do and celebrate this pagan celebration, this pagan feast. But as Yahuah called me out of darkness into his marvelous light, I then learned of its origin and of its beginnings, and it grew within me to be a detestable celebration, because it was founded upon murder and genocide. Yet families around this country and probably around the world will gather to celebrate, to eat and quote unquote be merry because of this holiday, because of this pagan tradition. And it's just me wanting to ask a simple question: why is it that we choose to do the things that we love and not the things that Yahuah loves? Why can't we look at the truth of the matter and try to excommunicate, try to evict these felonious celebrations from our being, so that we do not take part in the blood thereof? Amen. Why don't we see what is clearly in front of our faces? Amen. For even multiple upon multiple families will in fact celebrate this day. But how many of you are going to go out there and share all of the food that you're going to end up wasting after this day with those who have not? That is a deep question, because I recall many a times when in my era we celebrated this day, and not one time during my era of this holiday did we go out and share with anyone else who did not have. So the question I pose to all of those who celebrate this pagan tradition, this felonious holiday, are you going to go out there and share with those who have not? Are they going to be continuously left out in the cold? I mean, that's something to ponder and think about. And you got to also consider the fact that though history, when reported in schools and via certain research outlets, show you a dainty picture or gives you a false truth that it was all well and good between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. It just wasn't, because the Native Americans, some of whom were already previously in trade with people that looked like myself, with the Yahudim, with the House of Yasharal, and other individuals who sailed over here before Columbus didn't discover this place. They were met with genocide, blankets filled with smallpox, their land ravaged and taken, their women and their children murdered. So what is it about Thanksgiving that is so joyous that we should continuously celebrate something that is built upon blood? So this is just something that I would like for y'all to take into consideration, to think about. Because Yahuah says in his word that your feast days I detest. These are things that he says, not me. But like unto Yahuah, I too detest it, because it is built on blood. It is built on lies. So family, it's just me wanting to ask, and just let us reason together. For these are things that Yahuah hates. And me personally, I want to do the things that he loves. But Thanksgiving and the holiday that follows behind it are things that he detests. What are your thoughts on the matter? See, I want to leave with y'all this consideration. I want to leave with you this. Think on this and ponder it and let it permeate through you. I want you to have a little empathy. I want you to put the shoes that other people have worn who were victims to this celebration, to this Thanksgiving. I want you to consider yourself as being one of them. If your family, if your children were murdered, if your wives, your daughters were raped, if your land were pillaged, would you put together a feast and be joyous and celebrate it, and celebrate the death of your loved ones every single year? And after which, on a Friday, the same day that slaves were traded to other plantations, would you celebrate that as well? By going to stores, acting a fool, buying electronics that you're not going to use, or that's going to go out in 2 years due to planned obsolescence, so that you can do the same thing next year? Again, this is about empathy. Will you celebrate the death of your loved ones? That is a question to consider. Because again, Yahuah states that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Have a little empathy and think on the things that I was just now saying. If it were your people, if it were your family who was murdered, raped, your land pillaged, would you celebrate by putting together a meal, a food, a grand table with the dressing and all the fixings, and celebrate such death and murder? Again, that's something to think on. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. May Yahuah be with you and grant you discernment and peace of the matter. May the truth of Yahuah be with you all the days of your life. In the mighty name of Yahusha, I pray. Amen.